have two parents who both raced when they were young. In Canada, they raced a TR3 and an old Frog Eye Sprite, and back in the 50s, and they raced on ice and mountain climbs in Calgary in Canada. So I've taken a while, about 70 years, to return the family to classic cars, but here we go. I've been searching for this car for about 4 years now, and I finally found it back in February in Belgium and shipped it to the UK. It then spent 2 months the engine being rebuilt. It was ready 2 days before we had to leave, and we've driven through France, down through the Italian lakes, Lake Como. It broke down very briefly. My brother was with me, he fixed the car. You know, I think the best feature is actually it has lovely red seats, and we get so many compliments, but in fact, my brother's pointed out the fact that being such an old car, at least 50% of the suspension is in the seats. They're old spring seats with horsehair inside them, and as you're going along, you feel it in the seat. It's beautiful.
It's a Peugeot 504 from '89, bought 8 years ago with only 40,000 kilometers by then. We come all the way from Sintra, Portugal, and we drove 3,500 kilometers to get here. We're doing this with the 3 siblings. My brother did the first leg with my father. I flew from Malaga and arrived on Thursday, but they drove all the way here from Thursday. And as I landed in Budapest, the same minute they arrived, they parked the car to get me at the airport. The same minute. My father had all this planned, and he'd been planning for almost a year, the stops and the way. But on the way, they didn't have hotels booked. They kind of went with the flow, see how many kilometers they would do, but they had like a schedule more or less figured out.
It's a 1979 Alfa Romeo Spider Veloce, so it's beautiful. We're in love with it already, and we haven't driven it yet, but we just can't wait to take it for a spin tomorrow. So yeah, we live in Scotland, so we visit it a little bit. We've been to Hungary before, but we've never been to Slovenia. There's lots of places we've never been, so we can't wait to get started.
past 2 days have been amazing. We were very surprised. This was beyond expectation, totally, since the very beginning. It's hard to record everything in your memory, you know, but we were so surprised with such amazing scenes and sights, and the way it's organized. It's been a blast so far. The riddles have been interesting. It's funny that we complicated too much in our minds. You know, we were expecting something really hard, and then we lose like few minutes trying to figure it out, and then we find out it's something actually very obvious and simple and easy for us, you know, because it would add a lot to it, like the drive and the road book and the riddles and the photos. But at the end of the day, it all makes sense, and it's quite simple to understand. It's just our brain trying to make it bigger.
Oh, the last 2 or 3 days driving this car, it's been amazing. I was nervous because I'd never driven it before, so especially pulling up to the starting line and pulling off the starting line, but it couldn't be easier just to sit in and drive. It sounds beautiful, handles beautifully. It's just a lovely car, man. Really nice. Honestly, man, I think all of the riddles have been so much fun. Personal favorite would probably be today, looking for the night in the castle and climbing up to the top of the castle, and I was looking out over the valley and all these vintage cars were pulling up towards the castle along the valley. It just looked incredible. But they've all been great, but that was a highlight. Yeah.
So our final result was third place on the vintage category. We're very proud of our car, our Peugeot 504. And between all these, you know, supercars and cool cars, it's a good feeling, you know. This is all new for us, this part of Europe and the Balkans. We had no idea. We come from a beautiful country, but this is like, wow, you know, and totally different. But also it means a lot because it's a family experience we had the chance to do. And it's been amazing, you know, so far. We're almost on the third leg of the entire journey of going back to Portugal, and that's been, you know, very, very good experience. I think the most impressive for me, and I believe my father had a little bit of the same feeling, was the Slovenian part. We were like, we couldn't believe it sometimes. We were like, wow, what is this? It was amazing.
The Istrian Peninsula.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a place we'd always wanted to go and had never been there before, and it was stunning.
Yeah, and in the afternoon, it really opened up the opportunity for some fast driving, which was amazing. We had a 911 Porsche behind us, which was really fun. So that day had a little bit of everything. It was beautiful.
That was also the first day we saw the sea, and that was so nice. Finally seeing the ocean, and being Australian, we absolutely love the ocean and love to swim. So as soon as we saw it, we felt like that was our holiday mode engaged.
A real awakening for me, because you can watch these videos online about the Balkan Rally and what have you, and you get a sense of what it's like. But coming here, it was amplified.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys, the team, and all the participants, from kind of, and it's a real spectrum. You know, some people have a lot of money, some people don't have so much money, but it's a real family and a real gathering. And in the evenings, it's like a ski trip. It's the best feeling. We exchange stories. It's just awesome. I love it.
And 7 hours a day in the car with him.
And him.
Laughing all the time.
Yeah, it has been a bit of laughter too. It's good. I recommend it to anybody.